Zidane Danny, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Nerd Chat here on Electro Ninja's Lab. I am here with my fellow hosts,
I'm Jack.
I'm Joker.
and yeah, we're gonna have some fun. uh,
Sure we are.
yeah, and yeah, Joker finally finished Skandar, but we're not gonna be talking about that since Jackie Boy hasn't done that. But yeah, instead we're going to be talking about things that are coming out later this year. Um, since we are nearing the end of the year, so we're basically going to be discussing cool stuff that's coming out as well as our plans for the end of the year because there is going to be some cool stuff happening. Um, so yeah. Um, so I just shared some pictures with the group. Let's start off with, rather than talking about the thing that we've got on our picture for today, let's talk about Skeleton Crew. Um, Jack, you haven't seen anything about it, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to see if I can find the Skeleton Crew trailer and send that to you. Joker, why don't you give some of your thoughts?
I don't know how I feel about it because I have seen the trailer multiple different times, but like you look at it and they're on this planet and they're in a high school and you got like lockers and stuff. I'm like, this does not look like a Star Wars show. It looks like a futuristic high school show. And then they find a spaceship and then go off into space. I don't know how I feel about it.
Hmm.
It
That's
looks
fair.
very corny and weird. I know David Filoni's part of it and John Favreau's part of it, but like, I don't know how I feel about it.
Fair. Yeah, I think
Also,
the biggest problem with the early bit is that because of the fact that usually we don't see like young kids in Star Wars, so I think that that's part of it. I think they wanted to do something along the lines of what Stranger Things did, and that's definitely part of it for sure. But with Star Wars, obviously. Um, Although I think that a lot of the school stuff is likely just the beginning. That's probably like the first episode, and that's it. And then the rest of it is going to be on that ship that they show us that they show them being in. So I don't know. Um, it's hard to say for sure. Um, Also, I could be wrong, but that the ship looks familiar. Besides with the fact that it's in this show, I could be wrong. I think I've seen it somewhere else. I'm not
uh,
certain.
it is because if you look at the Lego stuff that they did for it, it reminds me of the Sith shuttle or the Knights of Ren shuttle from Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, okay,
And if you compared the two Lego sets, they look very, very similar.
okay, that makes sense then.
Look them both up because they look very similar in design and like how they fly and stuff. Yes, this one has more
So you said it was a
engines and stuff in it.
Sith Inquisitor ship?
No, the
What?
Knights of Ren
Knights of Ren
from
ship. Um, I mean, kinda, sorta. I can kind of see it, but I think it's definitely different. I think it's closer to. Let me see if I can find it. Star Wars. Uh, to a certain degree, it kind of looks like the Trailblazer from the from Star Wars Outlaws. Not like super. Let me be clear on that. It's just like kind of, sorta. It looks like it. I don't know. And to be fair, that's not like a. There's a lot of ships in Star Wars, so the chance of them repeating a ship is not that rare. So, yeah. I don't know. We'll see exactly what that's gonna be like. Uh, Jack, did you watch the trailer while we were talking?
No,
or?
I haven't.
Okay, that's fine.
I didn't.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I think the biggest is since it looks like it is definitely taking some inspiration from like I said, Stranger Things. I think that it's going to take a lot of inspiration from Stranger Things. But I think it's also like trying to figure out, okay, what exactly is going on with like kids in the Star Wars universe? Because pretty much the only kids that we've seen that are the age of these characters are like slaves. Because there's I don't think there's any other as well as younglings. Younglings are also in there. But we didn't really see anything like from Empire days, and this is during the Empire days, I believe. But I'm not too certain on exact timings. But yeah. And to be fair, the Empire did do a lot of things with that, so I don't know. Hard to say. Hard to say for sure. I don't know. But I think that it's gonna be. I think the most interesting thing about it is that because of the since it is only the first little bit is gonna be obviously in the school, and then the rest of it looks like it's gonna be these kids traveling across the universe trying to figure out a way to get home. And they're basically gonna travel from world to world, and their ship most likely is just running on autopilot, basically, and probably just to places where the ship has been before. So I don't know. We'll see exactly, but that's my theory at this point in time. But yeah. So, what about Knights of the Rohirrim?
Oh, I'm so excited for that. It looks so good.
It looks so good, and let me see. Let me look at this picture really quick. So, for one, so obviously, Peter Jackson is involved, which nice. That's awesome.
It is great. I love that for him.
Absolutely.
I hope, fingers crossed, it's Howard Shore doing the music for it, because like you can't have Peter Jackson helping out with the movie without the music of Howard Shore.
Yeah, I 100% believe that they will. I think that the only thing that is gonna be like done in Japan is probably like the animation studio. All right, I'm looking up the Japanese artist. So he has
That's the same people that did what was it? It was one of the animes that you suggested me watching, and it's the same studio that did it.
Which
I don't
one?
remember what it was.
I am not seeing a specific thing that you would recognize. I mean, he was involved with Star Wars Visions. He did the Ninth Jedi. So, but he's the Kenji Kamiyama is the director. So I'm just looking at his stuff right now. He was involved with the new Ultraman show. Let me see here.
He did Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, he did some Ghost in the Shell stuff as well. But like, I think 90% of the animation studio has done something with that, so that's not surprising. I don't see any of these other things that the director I don't completely recognize. So that's fine. Who's the studio? One sec. Let me look at this again.
Yeah, who is the studio? Because
story.
I know there was something that they did, and I don't remember what it was.
Sola? Is this it? So Sola did some stuff. They didn't do too much though. Oh, they're gonna be involved with Rooster Fighter when that comes out, apparently. But none of these
What
other.
in the genuine fuck is Rooster Fighter?
Huh?
What in the genuine fuck is Rooster Fighter?
It's a manga. It's weird. It's basically about a chicken, that fights.
Oh, sure, yeah, sure. Makes sense. Rooster Fighter.
Yeah.
Oh, Sola Entertainment? Is that?
Yeah, that's the one that I'm seeing.
Or there's Nutwing Films?
Nutwing Films
Or
is the
Wingnut Film?
Wingnut Films is the they did the 2001 to 2003 Lord of the Rings. They basically, I think that's Peter Jackson's studio that he works with. Because most of the rest of this stuff is the rest of this stuff is live action stuff. So I don't think so. Wingnut is his. I think that Sola is the
Japanese?
yeah, I think they're the Japanese studio. Obviously Warner Bros is involved, but that's not too surprising. I don't know. I think that they're
I don't remember. I just saw it the other day of like what other stuff that they did.
yeah. They did. They apparently they were involved with the Rick and Morty anime, but like, that's big whoop.
There's a Rick and Morty anime. Dear God.
Yeah, it's weird. They were apparently involved with Tower of God as well as God of High School.
That's what it was. Tower of God.
Okay.
That's not one that you told me about. Tower of God is a good anime.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen that, so that's why I wasn't certain if that was what you were talking about.
That's what I was talking about. I'm confusing myself. It's too early in the morning for this crap.
Yeah, fair
It's
enough.
10 o'clock where you are.
Hey, it's 9 o'clock where you guys are.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had coffee. All right. So.
I don't
I had an
drink
energy
coffee.
drink. Well, yeah, because if you drink coffee, you'll die.
Yeah. So.
Or an energy drink.
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, I don't see anything else that really stands out to me for any of the creators. I think like I said, they did do the director. He was involved with the Ninth Jedi as well as Ultraman, from Star Wars Visions. Which one was that actually? So I can see this. So that was the 5th episode of Star Wars Visions. Which I
Season
believe,
1 or
Season 1, yeah. Which I believe that was the one where there were people they all gathered up together or something like that.
I don't know.
Yeah, they were getting lightsabers and stuff like that, and
I like that episode.
Yeah.
That was a good episode.
And there were Visions is great. If you haven't watched Visions, absolutely go watch it. I think it was kind of
It is great. I like it.
The only thing I think is weird about Visions is that obviously the first season they were Japanese. They were all Japanese studios. The second season was much less because that was a lot of just random studios that got involved with that. Including like British ones and stuff like that. Like the people who made Wallace and Gromit were involved. So yeah. Is this it? No, that's a different thing. I don't know. Lots of different places. It's less about it was less about it being Japanese and more about it like yeah, let's see see what we can do. But that's besides the point. I don't know. I don't know. Visions was fun. What else is coming out? Isn't there something else that's coming out soon?
Comes out
Huh?
just like later in the year.
What's later in the year?
I don't know. Because I know we got. I don't know what else is coming out. I can't think off the top of my head.
Let me see here. I feel like there was something that we were like that we put into the Nerd Chat Awards document that's supposed to be coming out this year that hasn't come out yet. No, I don't see it. I don't think it was. I don't know. Well, I mean, Agatha just came out, and that was pretty good.
I haven't finished that.
Yeah, absolutely finished it. Fantastic. I loved it. I loved it. I want to see what they do for Vision Quest. That's gonna be fun. So. I don't know. I feel like there was something else though. There was something else that was like really cool that we were just that we were talking about, but I don't remember what.
I don't know.
Maybe it was something.
Was it games?
It might have been a game, but I don't think it was a game because I think we found all of the games this year. I think honestly though, the biggest issue with it is just that obviously we have way more stuff that's we've most of the book excitement is now over, luckily. We had so much stuff we were eating good for books this year. Especially with Skandar and whatchamajiggle.
Two Skandars.
Yeah, we got two Skandars.
One we're very upset about.
Yeah. Well, you'll get to see all of our
anything about.
We're not going to spoil it in this video, but Joker's very upset. Jack is still working on it. And I'm upset as well, but I can but I've had a bit more time to like think about it compared to Joker. So
yeah, I just finished that last night. I'm a little salty.
Yeah. One of it's a bad ending. We'll just leave it at that. Consider that your spoiler-free review. But yeah.
I just need her to release book 5. She just needs to release book 5 so we can know what freaking happens.
Oh, absolutely. We absolutely need to know what happened. Oh, and Jack, you're muted again. I really hope you weren't. Muted. I hope you weren't like saying something.
All I said was a little salty.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I am
not little guys.
I am very salty about it.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Oh my gosh, I'm like trying to see if there was like anything that I was thinking about, but the only thing that that is popping up on Twitter right now is just all of the chaos with the Ascendance's musical that they're doing. Ascendance of a Bookworm is doing a live musical over in Japan.
What?
So
that's weird.
A little bit, but it's also kind. Huh?
That's crazy.
It is crazy. I kind of want to see it, but I don't know. Maybe they'll release it maybe they'll they filmed it and they'll release it somewhere. I don't know.
Maybe that would be cool.
It would be.
I do love Ascendance of a Bookworm.
Yep. Oh yeah. Um, Speaking of which, I think for when we do our discussion on Skandar, I think I'm gonna take that image that I sent you guys that I made, where the whole establish a character filled with joyous whimsy
And
inflicts.
then
Yeah.
emotional damage.
Yep, there we go.
Oh, it's so bad. It is so bad.
What was you thinking?
I
That's
don't.
all my thoughts are.
Honestly, it's probably gonna end. It's probably gonna be so worth it to see exactly what happened. I'm excited. But
Book 5 has to pull out a lot of freaking good stops here. Otherwise, I am going to be very upset.
well, knowing her, I think that she will. I think she's good. She's gonna make us very happy. She's gonna make us very happy with the ending of that book. So, yeah. Anyways, what else do we need to talk about? I don't know. Well, we might as well.
Pokemon.
I mean,
Trading card game.
Yeah,
just
Pokemon. The Pokemon game is out. I haven't done diddly squat with it.
I can't even get it because my friggin' Apple is like, update your payment information. I'm like, it's a free app. They're like, I don't care. Update your payment information.
That's so dumb. It's so dumb.
You could just take off your payment information and then download it.
I can't.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Apple's dumb.
Apple, why do you gotta be a butt?
We all have iPhones. What are you talking about? Apple's dumb.
I don't. I have a Samsung.
Oh. Never mind then.
Maybe you guys need to get away from it.
I will not be getting away from Apple. Sorry.
I like Apple. Apple is actually really cool. I also like the cool features of the new phones.
Hmm.
I can't upgrade until 2026. I gotta pay off this phone. Fun.
Fair. Yeah. That's always so much fun.
Oh yeah, super exciting.
I don't know. But yeah, so that's one thing that we should probably discuss is the fact that we are working on getting the Nerd Chat Awards actually like fully squared away and stuff.
Yes.
So over the next few weeks, we will be working on that. I'm going to be working on it a lot, and yeah, it's. Oh boy, that's gonna be a lot of fun having going through all of that. It's just obviously we're gonna have to go through all of our different our reviews, our awards, all that jazz, and making sure that we consolidate everything into the proper categories. So that's gonna be fun. I think we may have to work a little bit on the retroactives and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a joy to deal with, and also, we're probably gonna be doing something special with the memorials as well. We'll see exactly what we do with that because I kind of want to have those be special drawings for them, but we'll see. Or special awards, and that'll be at the end. Well, that might be at the beginning, that might be at the end. I'm not 100% certain on exactly how we're going to work on that video. I will say this, do not expect it to be out by the end of the year, because this is going to be a long process, and we want to make sure that we got everything throughout the year. And there's still some things that are coming this year. So we want to make sure that those get included. There might, I think, any shows that are starting starting in December but are going to be finishing next year, we will not be including those in the Nerd Chat Awards. But anything that is fully out by the end of the year, we will be discussing. There are going to be some things from last year as well included in this one. But it's because of the fact that this is our first year doing this, and we want to make sure that we include some things because we wanted to talk about them. So, fight us. I don't know. We'll see. And yeah, that's good. That's gonna be a lot of fun going through all of those different things, and making sure that we got everything. Let me see if I'm remembering anything else that needs to be dealt with. You know what? Actually, let's take a look at this really quick. Oh, should we talk about how should we talk about Halloween this year and how it's since we didn't hear...
Halloween like it should.
Huh?
It didn't Halloween like it should.
No, it did not. I think that I'm kind of getting... I think a lot of the reason for that is that a lot of different places are really trying to get more ready for Christmas way sooner. Like, just for example...
It's not Thanksgiving.
It's not even Thanksgiving, yeah. But, like, Halloween... like, before... like, just for an example, certain stores had... their Christmas Christmas stuff all the way through October, some in September, cough cough.
Costco did too.
Yeah. And like I understand why you have to get some of this stuff out, but at the same time it was insane. And as such, I think that a lot of Christmas stuff just kind of, or a lot of Halloween stuff just kind of fell to the wayside. I put out my Halloween decorations like in September, and but at the same time, a lot of people just didn't care. I don't know. I think I saw way less Halloween decorations this year than pretty much any year in the past. Not for lack of trying. So I don't know. It was weird. It was very weird, and it's hard to say exactly what the reason was. And I think that another thing that is kind of insane is that this year we had like several horror themed movies, shows, all that stuff that came out, and I don't know, just no one really seemed to care as much. Apparently, Uzumaki, which is a horror series by Junji Ito, that came out this year. Does anybody knew? No, nope. Well, people knew, but it was mostly like complaints and stuff because it was apparently really bad. But that was so that was one thing. There was something else that came out as well that was supposed to be like really good. Obviously, we had Agatha all along, which came out, and we had the final episode, the final 2 episodes right before Halloween. So that was good. I'm glad that they put both episodes out before Halloween. But at the same time, I feel like they could have done more. I don't know. I don't know. And I think that that's going to be our running gag for this Halloween, is that we don't know why everything just kind of fell by the wayside.
Went kapooey?
Yeah. I don't know. I think that obviously Christmas this year is pretty major. But like also we had Skandar 4 in the for Halloween this year. Why was that not like a much bigger deal than it was? I don't know.
That's fair.
Yeah, like literally you have horror unicorns where it's literally called The Skeleton Curse coming out before Halloween and nobody's talking about it. I don't know. Like,
because people don't know about it as much.
yeah. I mean, I see most of the stuff that I see from AF Stedman herself is that because she reposts a lot of stuff from the Skandar fans, and most of it is coming from Britain.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which fair. It is a British book, so that makes sense. But then there's also like us Americans apparently just don't care about it, and I'm not certain why.
Have you met Americans? They barely read.
I mean, that's true. That is definitely true. That's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. People, read more. It's good for you. I don't know. But yeah. I don't know. I think that personally I love Skandar 4. I think that it has a very bad ending, but at the same time I still love it, and I think that it's a great book for the second to last book. So, and honestly, having a bad ending in the second to last book, does this surprise anybody? Like, Harry Potter did the exact same fucking thing.
Yeah, but that was not as bad of an ending as this.
I mean, true. Well, I don't know. The final book literally had them on the run the entire time, so I don't know.
I mean, yeah.
And
So what? He's pulling from. Okay, I can't say anything. Never mind. I'm ignoring. Don't.
yeah, don't spoil things yet.
Right part.
Percy Jackson had some it had some dark stuff in the final few episodes or the final few books.
This is
Yeah,
true.
but it wasn't that dark.
Well,
That's because it was written for 6th graders.
yeah. I honestly I think
I'm
it's
not really sure who Skandar is written for.
huh?
I'm not really sure who Skandar is written for.
Well, I mean, technically it's a children's book. Quote unquote.
Oh, this is. I don't think it is.
No,
Not anymore.
no, definitely not. Especially not this latest book. I mean, to be fair, it's literally got horror in it, so I don't know. I mean, I think that a lot, to be fair, I think that British children are probably more likely to, they seem to be enjoying it a lot more. But I think that that's also, like, the difference in American audiences versus British audiences. So, I don't know. Let me think. Let me see if I can find her profile really quick. Here we go. So most some of the things that she like when she has like different meet and greets and stuff, it's usually like maybe like 10-year-olds and stuff. Is like that's usually the group that I see that seem to be really enjoying it over there. A few younger, a few older, but that seems to be the target demographic is what I'm seeing. Okay, one of the things that she reposted is year 3, 4, and 5 and that's obviously in Britain. So, yeah, so somewhere around like 6th grade, give or take. So still like. Not young, not like the youngest people in the world, but still like pretty young. Like I would probably wait a little bit longer to let my future kids read this. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping that it's going to be something that more and more people are going to start to enjoy. But it's hard.
I'm just excited for the movie that they're planning on doing.
Yes. Speaking of, I'm curious if they did anything. She might have made some acknowledgement of it. I need to I didn't actually get the chance. I didn't really have the time to look over the acknowledgments as well as the bonus content for the Barnes and Noble version. But yeah, she did a few different things. So I'm curious. So once I'm going to definitely sit over this next week before we. I'm hoping we can do the nerd chat next week for about this book. So hopefully before I do that, I will be able to actually sit down and read through this entire thing. But we'll see. I don't know. It's exciting to see what exactly she's gonna say, what she says about all this, as well as what the plans are for Skandar 5, especially since that's gonna be the Spirit book. So, yeah. Just out of curiosity, who do you think is gonna be on the cover of Skandar 5 besides obviously Skandar?
I was gonna say Skandar.
Besides
Probably
Skandar.
Flo.
Well, Flo is on the first book.
Maybe Mitchell then.
Yeah. I think Mitchell makes the most sense because he's the only one who hasn't been on the cover yet. 1 sec.
Who has all been on the cover?
So Flo was on the first cover. Bobby was on the 4th cover, and Kenna was on the 3rd.
And then Skinner was by himself on the 2nd?
Yes. Well, he was with the Phantom Rider, because he was with the Water Unicorn from the final from the ending part. So, yeah. So my guess is Mitchell, but at the same time, I feel like it would make more sense for it to be possibly all of them. Like have Mitchell, have Kenna, have Bobby, have Flo. I think all 5 of them on that cover would be really fun. I could also see possibly a few different like maybe it could be a brand new character. Maybe, or not necessarily a brand new character. Because I do have this feeling that I can't shake that book 5 is going to be dealing a lot with mending, and you'll understand when you get there, Jack. But I think that there could be a lot more. He's going to be doing a lot of mending, so I could see Goshawk's Rider being on the cover as well as possibly other spirit wielders that we've seen but we haven't necessarily talked about. But I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say for sure.
Oh. Okay, we need to get off this topic. We cannot be talking about Skandar.
No, we can't. I know you're gonna end up going crazy, aren't you?
We can't say anything.
We can't say anything without spoiling things. But honestly, that's probably a good spot to end it, anyways, because we'll probably be talking a shit ton about Skandar next time, hopefully. Jack, that's your cue.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do my best anyway.
Yeah, do your best. Honestly, I based off of what happened with Joker, I would imagine that you'll probably get to some point and just be like, need to know more, need to know more, need to know more, and you just won't be able to set the book down.
Uh-huh.
I don't have a physical copy, but yeah.
Well, yeah. What, you don't have a physical copy?
No.
Am I the only one with a physical copy then?
Yes,
Currently,
you're the
yeah.
only one with the physical copies. I have
Wow.
the audiobook. Jack has the audiobook.
Fun. So yeah.
We do not have...
But yeah, you'll be wanting to know
I
more.
can find a physical copy, but My store does not have it.
Your store doesn't have it?
No, Walmart does not have it.
How dare they?
Barnes and Noble might though. I have seen it there, but the closest Barnes and Noble to me is in Salt Lake, and that's a half-hour drive.
Yeah.
But then I also have to deal with traffic.
Yeah, that's always annoying.
Or I drive to Provo, which is an hour away.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. Oh. Did you stop the recording?
No, I have not. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit distracted. But yeah, that should be the. I think that's probably a good spot to end it. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this one, and we'll talk about. Hopefully we'll be able to talk about Skandar in the next one. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed. I've been Electro Ninja. He's been Jack. He's been Joker, and we'll see you guys next time. But on.
But done.
Bye-bye.